Have you ever been disappointed with how things turned out? Maybe life doesn't look like you thought it would, or the path did not take you where you wanted to go. In today's episode, I want to help you with that. My name is Matthew, and I believe that you were born with the message that someone else was born to hear. And so often, the thing that gets in the way of us sharing our message isn't something else, but it's just simply us. It's ourselves. We get in our own way. And I really believe this, that if we could just embrace a better mindset, we would begin to take steps towards making for ourselves a better future. Today, I want to talk to you about this idea that the results are in the process, not the outcome. All of us desire a particular outcome. We have a vision for the way we want things to be and how we want them to turn out. For example, my wife, as a little girl, began to imagine what life would be like as a mom and having kids and having a husband. And as she grew up, that vision began to become more and more and more and more and more in focus with how her husband would be, not only as a husband, but also as a dad. And she began to imagine how her kids would be and how she would be as a wife and as a mom. Maybe not perfect, because nothing is, but hey, as close to Little House on the Prairie as it gets, because come on, who doesn't want a Little House on the Prairie vibe whenever they're a little kid and they're watching that show? For me, whenever I was starting college, I had no clue what the future would hold. But as time went on, the picture began to become more and more and more and more and more in focus. And I began to envision what life would be like with the quote, dream job, married to the quote, dream girl, the perfect outcome. We got the dream job, we got the dream wife, we got the kids, we got the house, we got all the stuff, and it's just awesome. It's the perfect outcome. All of us imagine and dream about what the future might hold and the possibility and the potential. And we look forward with expectant hope that it will be everything we hope it will be, and everything we dream it will be, what it might bring and what it might be like. What are you envisioning? What did you think life would be like? What outcome did you see for yourself in your situation? Did it turn out the way you thought it would? Is it everything that you hoped it would be? I want you to hear this. I really hope that it did. I hope that the outcome of your situation is everything that you thought it would be, that it turned out great, it turned out perfect. I hope that you were living the life that you envisioned, but for most of us, we are not. Most of us are not living in the reality of our, quote, dream life. At best, it is a fragmented version of the life that we wanted, the life we envisioned for ourselves, the life we worked so hard for. Some of the pieces might be there, sure, but those pieces either look different than we thought they would, or the ones that we thought would be there aren't there at all. The outcome is not what we envisioned. I really believe this. There is nothing wrong with looking forward to the future with expectation and hope and dream and possibility and potential. You need to do that. You need to dream. You need to look forward. There's nothing wrong with planning for tomorrow. You need to do that. There's nothing wrong with working towards a very particular and specific outcome. You need to do that. Matter of fact, I think those are good things, working towards a goal, moving forward with purpose and aiming at a specific target. But my friend, the results are in the process and not the outcome. The results are in the process and not the outcome. Failure is something that can either crush you, failure can crush you, or it can propel you forward. There's potential for both. It is your choice what to do with it. When you miss the target, are you going to let it crush you, or are you going to let it propel you forward into something better? It is totally your choice. Maybe you just need to pick the bow back up, right? And can I use that archery reference of the bow and just keep shooting, pick that bow back up and keep shooting, keep getting better, keep practicing. Or maybe you've been shooting at that same target for months and keep missing. Maybe you've been shooting at that same target for years and you just keep missing. I want you to hear this. Don't be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. Great accomplishments take a great amount of time. If it was easy for everyone, everyone would be doing it. Nothing that is worthwhile is easy to attain. Nothing that is worthwhile is easy to attain. I love this quote that most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 to 10 years. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 to 10. If they just stayed consistent, if they just kept at it, if they just kept going, if they just kept trying and working. Check this out. Reaching the destination isn't about the destination. Reaching the destination is not about the destination. It's about what you learned along the way. It's about how you grew along the way. Friend, the results are in the process. Maybe you are in a situation where there is no choice but to move on. You are forced to walk in a reality that you never really saw coming, a reality that you never really planned for, a reality that you never really wanted. But friend, there is hope for you. There's a hope for you. Failure can either crush you or it can propel you forward. So check this out, man. Let it propel you forward. Don't stop. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. This is an opportunity to just pivot and try something else. The path you were on, it was a dead end. You hit a wall. It didn't go anywhere. But now you just need to pivot and let this circumstance propel you forward. Just because it didn't turn out the way you wanted doesn't mean you are any less of a person. Friend, listen to this. I want you to hear this. Just because it didn't turn out the way you wanted, just because you feel like a failure, doesn't mean you are any less of a person. You are still loved and valued by God. The person we become is a direct result of the people we are around, our environment, and the things we experience. Everything you have experienced along the way has molded you into the person you are today. And I want you to hear this. You are beautiful, kind, loving, caring, gentle, intelligent, talented, and valued. You are valued. You are loved, and you matter. Just because you don't feel something or see something doesn't mean it isn't reality. The results are in that process, not the outcome. Just because the path was a dead end, the relationship was a dead end, the job was a dead end, doesn't mean it is over. It just means it is time to pivot. Friend, you just got to pivot and try something new. You have been given a light that is meant to shine. You have been given a message that is meant to be shared. You have been given a gift that is meant to serve others. Don't let this dead end crush you. Let it propel you forward on the new path that God has for you. The results are in the process, not the outcome. Here are my action steps for you. Examine your situation. Commitment is the foundation of all great accomplishments. I love that quote so much, that commitment is the foundation of all great accomplishments. Maybe it's time for you to double down, hunker down, and keep grinding and keep picking back up that bow and keep shooting at that target. Don't stop. But maybe you've already been doing that for years, and maybe it's time for you to just pivot and maybe try a new expression of the same thing, right? Maybe try something new altogether. Maybe it's time for you to start a new journey. If that is you, be encouraged. The results are in the process, not the outcome. Let this situation propel you forward into whatever is new for you. Whatever the new expression of what you're doing is, let it propel you forward. Don't let it crush you. The second action step is this. You need to make a plan. Because those who fail to plan to fail. If you need to, reach out to a trusted friend or a mentor and give them the freedom to speak into your situation. Receiving counsel from others is a very, 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 very good thing. What you end up doing is between you and God, but receiving that counsel can be a helpful step towards developing a plan for you. Third action step, do it. If you want a better future, it starts today. If you want today to be better, it started yesterday. Hey friend, thanks so much for listening. If this helped you or added value to you in any way, I would love it and appreciate it if you would let me know by leaving me a review on whatever podcasting platform you find yourself on. If you're on YouTube, just leave a comment below. And I want you to know this, I've got an Instagram account and a TikTok account that I post content to all the time, designed to help you take steps today to make tomorrow better.